This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
The numbers told the story, they always do.
It's one of those idiots who believe in analytics.
This is a numbers game with Gil Alexander on VSiN.
Good Monday morning to you. It is a numbers game at VSiN, the sports betting network, VSiN.com, Game Plus, iHeartRadio, YouTube TV, Sirius XM Channel 158. Gil Alexander and a hair-growing machine that is Kelly Bidlin. Look at that mane of hair. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that kid.
Hey.
With the arm back on the chair. I don't know what's happening. Was that
you started it, man.
What, no gel in your hair? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just went a little lighter with stuff today. I don't
like it.
I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. It might all be coming to an end soon now, Gil.
Soak it in, ladies.
Getting sick and tired of figuring this out.
Soak it in. On the show today, Greg Peterson will join us. Major League Baseball, Greg Peterson, full effect. He's got all of his plays. I don't know about all his plays, but we'll have a bunch of his plays, at least 5. Let's put it that way. Maybe more. Then we'll look at NFL Rookie of the Year odds post-draft, now that all rounds of the NFL draft are in the books. Wes Reynolds will join us a little later on, talk golf and more. We'll go country clubbing. Here's my French Open advice for country clubbing. Can I give it now and then? I hope you listened to the show last week. That's my French Open advice. That's my betting advice on the French Open on the men's side. We'll get into it, though, a little later. And Adam Burke, of course, our regular Monday guest on the show with the NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs in full effect. Adam will have some baseball with us. Baseball for us, I should say. We should start with the National Basketball Association. Remember, Kelly, it is not a league. It is an association. You're loosely associated with the other teams.
That's right.
Never forget. You can leave at any point, apparently, is what that means. Why do they call it association to begin with? Do we know?
I do not know.
Okay. The American basketball was an association as well, the ABA.
Let's see if they have a good answer to that online.
There we go. That'll keep them busy for a while. Yesterday, quadruple header. Man, did we miss? I mean, we missed some stuff over the weekend when we're not on air, which we'll get to. But as far as yesterday's games are concerned, a quadruple header that really only had one, well, I won't say one competitive game, but at least down to the wire, it was one competitive game. And that was the first one. And by competitive, I mean, hey, you could still be competitive and have a stinky basketball game. The Raptors and Cavs, Game 4. This series is now knotted up at 2 games apiece as the Raptors hold serve. Again, series hasn't started yet. Nobody's won on the opposing team's court. Toronto was 0 for 11 from 3 in the first quarter. They got to 0 for 14, I should say, before hitting a shot from behind the arc. It was 36-28 Cleveland, a low-scoring half. Toronto goes on a 10-0 run to end the half, punctuated by an Ingram 3 at the buzzer, and Toronto somehow leads 38-36 at the break. It was the first half of basketball where neither team got to 40 points since 2015. 38-36. It was a barn burner, by the way. Who couldn't forget that?
Jeez.
That Bulls-Bucks Game 2 in round 1 back in 2015 when neither team got to 40. Cavs had 11 turnovers and gave up 12 offensive boards in the first half. So almost halfway through the third quarter, Cleveland was 2 of 8 from the line. So it extended, the just horrible nature of this game extended to the stripe. 56-48 Cleveland. Toronto closes the quarter with a 12-2 run, 60-58 Raptors. And then fourth quarter, 74-69 Toronto, a 10-0 Cavs run to make it 79-74 with 5:48 left. They got it to 84-76 and a 15-2 run with 4:55 left. But then a 15-3 Toronto spurt to turn it around. It was punctuated by a Barnes drive to cut it to 87-86. Mitchell then taking it up court somewhat slowly enough so that when Sheed made an unexpected dash at the ball, it prevented him from getting into the front court in time. 8-second violation.
What a play.
Then Barnes fouled on the way to the rack, hits both 88-87 Toronto with 34.6 to go. Mitchell gets in the paint, but has to put up a left-handed shot, misses. Mobley can't corral the follow-up. Toronto ball, 21.6 left, up 1. Might have gone off Toronto, but Cleveland had no challenges left, I guess we determined. That's why they didn't challenge it. They didn't have any left, we assumed. Half to foul, Barnes hits both free throws, 90-87. Mitchell misses a 3. Barrett fouled with 6.3 left, just as they hit 1, misses the first, but makes the second. Sam Merrill hits a long 2 after that with 3.8 left. Barnes fouled, hits both. Ball game. Third lowest field goal percentage in a win in a playoff game in history for the Raptors.
Woo!
For the Raptors, 32%. Raptors were 4 of 30 from behind the arc. 4 of 30. Remember how we always say, hey, 3-point shooting percentage is always the most important thing in a basketball game? Not this one. 4 of 30 from 3, and they won. 13.3%.
It's an NBA playoff game win in 2026 with 4 3-pointers. It's incredible.
21 offensive boards for the Raptors. Cavs committed 17 turnovers. By the way, 18 times now in 1,230 NBA regular season and playoff games this year. 18 times total have both teams scored less than 100. Twice now in the playoffs. This game yesterday and the Pistons Magic game 2. Ingram and Barnes with 23 each. Raptors not up that series at 2 apiece.
Dude, that shed dive to cause that 8-second violation, that was one of the, headiest plays I've seen in a long time, just knowing how much time was left on that clock. Because to sell out like that,
yes,
it could have burned you bad if you weren't able to force that 8 seconds.
I thought he fouled him. But
I thought it was kind of close to that too. But
Mitchell didn't complain.
Like I still don't know if it was super smart to lay out like that completely.
Real quick, in 20 seconds or less, because I really don't know what you can say about this series other than it's been kind of meh. Do you have any feeling about the series other than you still think the Cavs win it?
You summed it up pretty well.
Okay.
I'd say that was an awful game yesterday, but it could have gone either way, right? I mean, you're talking about a ridiculous drought in the fourth by Toronto. It looks like Cleveland's going to run away with this. Then Toronto comes back. This playoffs has just been nuts with these comebacks.
Are you sure the Cavs are going to win it? I shouldn't be so nonchalant about that.
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Spoken like a man who has watched 82 games of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Blazers and the Spurs. I don't know if you saw this, but this was just out of control. Blazers led by as many as 19 in the first half, 58-39. They led at the half by 17, 58-41. They had a 29-18 rebounding advantage. And yes, Wemby was playing. And then the third quarter starts, and the Spurs are like, okay, watch this. They start with a 13-0 run. That becomes a 23-4 run. They end up taking a lead. Remember, they were down 17 at the half, 64-62. It was 74-74 at the end of the third. Then the fourth quarter starts. They start out with a 16-3 burst to make it 90-77. And at that point, it's a 51-19 swing, all told, to the last basket of the first half. They got it up to a 20-point lead, 101-81. At that point, it's a 62-23 stretch. Blazers would cut it to 12, but would lose 114-93. In the second half, the Blazers were outscored by the Spurs 73-35. But again, at one point, it's 62-23 stretch. 33-16 in the third quarter, 40-19 in the fourth. The Spurs become the first team in NBA playoff history that trailed by 15-plus at the half and won by 15-plus in the same playoff game. Wembanyama, 27, 11 boards, 7 blocks, 4 steals. First player with 25-plus points, 5-plus blocks in his first road playoff game. Plus 28 in 34 minutes, his plus-minus. Fox, 28-6-7. Avdia in defeat, 26-7-3. And he got to call Stephon Castle a PAB, which I thought was a great highlight of the game as well.
I love Teddy, man, the way he plays.
You're a PAB is what you are. Anyway, for me, as a guy with a Spurs ticket, this just solidified my feeling on this team. It's just like I know it's the Blazers. I know it's not the Thunder. I know it's the Blazers. But still, like, we can do whatever we want whenever we want.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think the biggest part of it was seeing De'Aaron Fox show up at half of this game. Like, he's got to be there. I think he's got to be there if this team's getting to that finish line. And getting 28 points out of him on highly efficient shooting, 6 rebounds, 7 assists too. So kind of filled up the box score. That was one of the bigger things for me. But yeah, I mean, Wemby's back. Team's looking good.
Spurs
no
up,
surprise there.
Spurs up 3-1 in that series. You expect them to close it out in 5.
Yeah.
I
think that's probably
and Wembanyama not happy. He sort of indicated he could have played in Game 3. Was not happy with how the NBA handled it.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. Celtics go up 3-1 in their series against the Sixers. The Sixers led 6-5. That was the end of it. 29-12 Boston rest of the quarter. They led 34-18 after 1. Pritchard had 13 already. Embiid did play for the Sixers. Didn't matter. Celtics went up 40-19. That was their biggest lead, 21 points in the first half. They led at halftime by 18, led by as many as 26 in the third. They won by 32. Pritchard with 32. Tatum, 37-11. And the Celtics did Celtics things. You know what that means, Kelly? With any win or loss with the Celtics in the playoffs, you look at their three-point shooting, 24 of 53, 45.3%. You are not losing to much if you do that every game.
A franchise high for them, I believe.
Yes.
Which
24
is,
made threes is that. Yeah.
Feels like every postseason now. We're just saying that we say that once a postseason now with the Boston Celtics. They shoot so many, but yeah, it was the Celtics A game, right? We talk about the bad Celtics. We talk about the good Celtics. It's the good Celtics. I think too much is going to be made about Joel Embiid coming back and kind of slowing down this team. I heard a lot of that reaction afterward. What are you supposed to do if you're Philly? Like, you got to put your best guys out there. Embiid being on the court is amazing. Me and you were sitting here talking.
I had the appendectomy recovery timeline perfect.
You did.
I said 2-3 weeks.
I mean, you did, but we were guessing, right? We really don't know. It's not something we see very often. I was pretty surprised to see him come back that quick. So good effort by him. But yeah, this one's looking like it's about over too.
Okay, you think also in 5 that will end back in Boston?
I mean, yes, but it's always tougher to say that with Boston teams because they can have a bad shooting.
Here's my real question. Rockets, without KD, Lakers still didn't have Luka or Reeves. Rockets down 3-0 in this series. An impossible loss in Game 3. Just an absolute impossible loss. Up 6 with 34 seconds left in that game. The Rockets yesterday led by as many as 11 in the first half. They led by as many as 26 in the third, by as many as 28 in the fourth. They cruise to a 19-point win. 23 Lakers turnovers, 17 steals for the Rockets. It's now 3-1. Remember, the Rockets are the team with home court to begin the series, so they get 5-7 back in Houston. The KD thing is strange.
Yeah.
Might this be? We don't know about Luka. We don't know about Reeves. It's never happened in the history of the NBA. No team has ever come back in any series in the history of this league. This association, down from a 3-0 deficit in best of 7. Could this Rockets team be the first, given the opponent?
They could, but it's gonna mean more games of no Reeves and no Luka, I think, for that to stand a chance.
Yes,
it's not something I'm running to bet at plus 650.
No. Okay, plus 650 would be the adjusted series price on the Rockets. Tonight's triple header next.
Get VSiN Pro for just $9.99 for your first 30 days and start betting with the edge serious bettors rely on every day. Access expert picks, real-time odds, and actionable insights across every major sport. Plus, get player prop projections powered by Opta AI, daily picks delivered straight to your inbox, and betting guides for every major sporting event. Visit VSiN.com/subscribe for just $9.99 and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN, a network of sports betting analysts, writers, hosts, and handicappers, all here to help you become a more confident bettor. We broadcast live every day from Las Vegas, the sports betting capital of the world, and from studios across the country, giving you insight from every angle of the action. Take VSiN with you wherever you go with the VSiN Watch app, or catch us on streaming platforms and regional sports networks. You can also listen live on SiriusXM channel 158 and on radio stations nationwide. Check out VSiN.com as well for betting tools, exclusive betting splits, AI-powered player prop projections from Opta, pro picks for every game, plus in-depth betting guides and articles built to give you an edge. From sharp betting analysis and daily best bets to insider interviews and expert breakdowns, VSiN is your trusted source for everything happening in the world of sports betting. See everything we have to offer at VSiN.com and become part of the Sports Betting Network.
Coming up on the next edition of Follow the Money, break down everything that happened over the weekend in the NFL Draft, update future odds and more. And with getting hot and heavy in the NBA and NHL playoffs, Nick Whalen to give out his best bets and props in the NBA and a great MLB card as well. Follow the Money, 4 to 7 Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, SiriusXM channel 158. Check out the website for all the betting tools and analysis, or go get the VSiN Watch app.
A numbers game on VSiN, the sports betting network.
Last week, NFL Draft, Kelly. This week, the road to the Triple Crown begins with the Kentucky Derby.
Let's go.
Starts now. If you're betting the Kentucky Derby, this is the time to get dialed in. Right now, take advantage of our Triple Crown special. Get full VSiN Pro access through the Belmont Stakes on June 6th for just $14.99. You'll get our Kentucky Derby betting guide with expert best bets, predictions, past performances, and Mike Somich's Superfecta. He hit it last year. Was that last year?
Yeah, no pressure, Mike.
God, I thought that was 2 years ago. Was that last year already?
Might only be a year ago. I'm with you. It feels longer than that.
Plus, you'll have access to Oaks and Derby previews, post-draw analysis, race day coverage, and a full slate of races with expert breakdowns all week long. And, of course, you'll get daily best bets, real-time betting splits, AI-powered tools, and 24/7 video on the VSiN Watch app. Offer expires April 30th. Visit VSiN.com/subscribe. That's VSIN.com/subscribe. We get tweets at Beat of the Book, and this tweet deserves its own little tweet segment, which is from Jesse Welch, who has been a listener to this show, and I'm going to say the network, for maybe our entire time here.
Yep.
Jesse's been always great interacting with him. He said, "Hey guys, hate to bring down the mood this early, but I just want to say I appreciate y'all. My dad passed away suddenly at 62 years old this morning." Oh, man. 62. He said, "And you guys helped bring some normalcy to my day. Thank you for being here." Jesse, first of all, thank you for tweeting us, of all people. While this is happening, our most heartfelt condolences on your dad's passing. Boy, anything we can do, man. And I know people throw that phrase around, but for you, honestly, anything we can do, let us know. Jesse Welch's dad passing away. We send our best to you and yours. No artful transition back to the NBA after that, but I just want to say a couple other things about those series that we talked about from yesterday before we get to tonight's, Kelly, which is, we aren't here on the weekend, but just the things that happened on the weekend in the NBA. Friday, Dylan Harper. At 20 years old, how your Rutgers ticket never cashed, we'll never know. Youngest player in NBA playoff history with a 25-plus point game for the Spurs. Remember, the Spurs trailed in that game by 15, too.
Yep. I mean, that game was huge. I mean, I don't think we're really talking about the Spurs losing this series, but it's a very different series, right? You lose that game, Wemby comes back, you're 2-2 going back to San Antonio.
Yeah. And then I alluded to the impossible Lakers win in Game 3. Whether the Rockets can pull off the historical down 3-0 in a best-of-7 comeback, we shall see. But Game 3, I mean, it deserves a minute, which is this late in the game. LeBron stumbles on offense. He loses the ball. He lollygags down the court on D, and Şengün, his man, gets a bucket for the Rockets to go up 4. Then LeBron throws a lazy pass, which Şengün steals, goes down the court, puts the Rockets up 6. So at this point, LeBron is the GOAT. And I mean, when I was a kid, definition of GOAT. Like, you are the reason you're going to lose this game. Old school meeting. Then LeBron misses a 3. They miss a putback, the Lakers do. So Houston has the ball up 6 with 34 seconds left. How do you lose this basketball game?
Don't worry, I had him in a money line parlay. That was the last leg to close out.
That's how you lose it. Kelly has him in a money line parlay.
That's right. Yep.
Stan Van Gundy, live on air, calls the game over. Correctly, by the way. It's got to be over.
It's got to be, man.
It's got to be over. Come on. Then Jabari Smith throws that lazy pass that Smart picks off. And then who was it that, Tate. Tate then decides to foul Smart on a 3.
Yep.
And, of course, Smart hits all of them. Then Shepherd gets the ball. Now, give LeBron credit. He does the whole poke away from a wraparound poke away thing. Ball gets loose. Ball gets back to LeBron, pump fake 3, impossible. The game's tied. By the way, I should say then the Rockets did have a chance to win it, but Şengün put up about the weakest hook shot you'll ever see, where the ball basically rolled off the side of his hand.
Yeah.
And we went to overtime, and you know the rest.
There he is.
The Lakers won.
Baby Jokic.
Baby Jokic. How disrespectful to Nikola Jokic.
Actually, you know what? I went nuts about that on Friday. At least the guys had two pretty good games bouncing back from that.
Yeah. Okay, tonight's triple header. By the way, here are the VSiN Killer Sports NBA Playoff Challenge standings. These are available at contest.killersports.com. Only full game ATS, only full game totals. We got to do 20 of these in the first round. Everybody's, we're getting there. We're all getting to 20 here in the first round. Plenty of games left.
Look at you, man. Look at you.
1 game lead over Carl Sack.
Hey, where's Kelly?
Kelly not pictured. Kyle Aikens making a move yesterday. And there's Fezzik and there's Kazarian. The usual suspects.
Zach made a move backward. I know he was not happy about it.
Zach had a tough day.
He was he texted me on Saturday. You know, I know he missed the weekend time cutoff, screwed up him.
We have Fezzik just chilling in there always.
Mm-hmm.
Go away, Steve Fezzik. Go away. Anyway, that's where that stands. Contest.killersports.com. I think I have a play tonight. I think. Which we'll get to. Let's get to the triple header of games.
I think I do too, but more because at least you got 16 in the bank. I only got 12. Still got to get rushed to get these in, man.
Got to make some plays, buddy.
Yeah, that worked well for me yesterday. Cleveland.
Oh, that's brutal.
L.A.
Yesterday was my I'm not playing anything. Let's watch people lose day.
You enjoyed it then.
I did. For the most part. Some people.
Was there a lot of people on Cleveland? Did you check that at all?
I looked. Yes, I think most people were on Cleveland, as I recall.
I know I was on them, but I know I saw Carl was on them, so I figured there was a good chance there's a lot of others.
All right, triple header tonight begins with a Pistons and Magic game. 4 Magic up in this series, 2 games to 1. Showing the Magic here as 3.5-point dogs. Is it up to 3.5 now?
Yeah, anywhere between 2.5 and 3.5 out there right now. But I am looking at more books moving to 3.5 here this morning.
Total is 214, and I think this game for me is the one where I talk about it all the time. I think by not being an NBA hardo and not being mesmerized by 82 games of data or my eyes watching basketball, I think in some respects, I feel like I have cleaner pictures heading into a postseason than those who are close to the sun on this. I think the Magic getting 3.5 is my play tonight. And I know that will not be a NBA hardo thing to do because you will revert, as most would, to, hey, the Pistons are the number 1 seed, the Magic are the 8th. The Pistons deserved their number 1 seed. They got Cade back. I don't know, man. I just think the Magic look great. Getting 3.5. I don't know what the number is in the contest. That will obviously.
I think it's 3.
Okay, that will matter to some degree. 214 is the total. Any play for you?
No. If I do go anywhere here, yes, it would be on the other side on Detroit. Will not be a bet for me though. If anything, we're just talking a contest play. This is look. You summed it up well. This has been a great regular season Detroit Pistons team. Do you believe more of what they did throughout the course of the regular season or what you've seen out of this Magic team the last couple weeks, which have looked fantastic? I'm not going to take anything away from them. And I think it's fair to ask, has this number adjusted enough to what this Magic team currently looks like? And I think that question alone, Gil, is going to have me on the sidelines from a betting standpoint. I really would have thought we would have seen this swing a little bit further from what we've seen out of Orlando here the past couple weeks. But yeah, I don't think I'll be playing the side. If anything, we'll be lean Detroit, maybe in the contest. And then, gosh, these two teams, it's impossible to me to look at. I don't care how low that total goes and not to look under it with both these teams. They can just, both of them so easily get into offensive ruts.
Game 2 tonight, Thunder try to close out the Suns, try to get the sweep at Phoenix tonight. It has not been a competitive series. Thunder are favored by double digits here. Suns banged up. Do you like the Thunder to cover here in Game 4? This is no. With all of these, it always comes down to also if the Thunder are down some, do they even care late?
So that's the problem. I'm so glad you said it that way, right? With these games, and we're gonna have a couple of them over the next couple of days, right? It's you're on the doorstep of a sweep. You could easily just go gentleman's sweep mode, right? Head back home, take care of this after a loss. And how much are you really going to be chasing to try to cover a spread like you're talking about, Gil? I wouldn't be laying 10.5. If you want to throw, I think they're not a bad money line parlay leg. If you are looking for a leg with OKC, I think they close things out tonight. I don't think this gets back to Oklahoma City. But, hey, I'm not laying 10.5.
All right, this one we're going to have to talk more about in just 90 seconds. But the third game tonight is Game 5, between the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. We are back in Denver. The T-Wolves lead this series, 6-3 Western Conference Series, 3-1. They do so while getting 2 horrible injuries. One, Dante DiVincenzo, Achilles, done for the year. And then Ant Edwards, extension of the knee, hyperextension. He's going to be out weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So he will not play for the T-Wolves. As a result, the Nuggets are 11.5-point favorites in Game 5. The total is 222, yet they trail 3-1. This on the heels of Game 4, where Ayo Dosunmu had 43 on 13 of 17 shooting, 5 for 5 from behind the arc, 12 for 12 from the line. As Mike Breen described it, a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. He was awesome. I mean, you like to say this is why they brought him in. They didn't bring him in for those good games of what he's put up recently. But they need it. They need it, and they need it now more than ever. See if he can keep doing it. Look, this Denver team. We can wrap this up on the other side. But I mean, a very good home team. But man, Timberwolves have picked them apart. They needed to win that game the other night. I'm a little surprised they didn't. And they got some issues, man.
I would not lay the 11.5.
Me either.
If anything,
I might have a prop bet, though.
Okay. Prop bet on the other side. Greg Peterson's baseball. It's a numbers game at VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Time. There's nothing more valuable. It's what drives everyone to make the most of every moment. We celebrate living large in the now. In a city where time disappears, we create experiences that electrify the soul and memories that will last forever. We go big. We go all night. And here, everyone is invited. So get loose and get loud.
This is Circa. You'll have the time of your life.
Laptop or phone, couch or sportsbook, VSiN goes where you go. Wherever you watch VSiN, the experience stays seamless. Live shows, replays, and sports-specific clips all at your fingertips. VSiN Watch puts you in the driver's seat. Available in Roku, Samsung, Amazon, iOS, Android, app stores, or get it direct from the source at VSiN.com. Download VSiN Watch today on your favorite app store and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Numbers Game on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Free picks backed by real analysis. That's Just Win Bets, baby. Mathematical models and AI-driven best bets across NFL, college hoops, NBA, NHL, UFC, soccer, and more, plus a live weekend preview every Friday. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on X, get their free daily best bets newsletter at justwinbetsbaby.com. You can scan the QR code for more. Kelly Bidlin, future guest.
Hopping on with the fellas on Thursday.
There you go. Scheduled future guest.
It's on the calendar.
Good. I'm glad that way you won't forget. We get tweets. Beat of the book. This is from Rockette Morton, who says, why would the four letters get peeved when All Night with Todd with two Ds, right, referred to the NBA as the association? Well, no one said that ESPN was going to get peeved. I was just making a joke. And yes, Todd Wright, the first person on air to ever refer to it as the association. And then everybody cleverly now all through the years says that as well. Michael Montesano, our buddy at Bets and Reps. Mike is very angry about this. This is a tradition unlike any other from NFL drafts. Mike says, is there anything the NFL and sportsbooks can do to clear up this edge/linebacker issue within the draft? Clearly, the Bills drafted T.J. Parker as an outside linebacker, as he was listed on all their PR pages, and he was even announced as a linebacker when he was drafted. But the NFL website has him as an edge. I say eliminate the word edge completely, just use DL or LB. So what Mike is really saying is he's going to lose a bet based on this definition on the NFL website. Kenny Dillingham Sexual says,
What? What's the definition on the NFL website?
The NFL website has him as an edge. And so for betting grading, you go with the NFL website edge definition.
I'd really hate to say this because obviously I don't want to see Mike losing a bet or anything, but this is a really, really good lesson to remember going forward when you're betting those position markets.
Well, this is, I believe, the aforementioned Doug Kazarian, who I mentioned in our bracket challenge, won a whole bunch of money on something like this back in the day at MGM.
Yep.
Kenny Dillingham Sexual says, I agree with Montesano. Outside linebackers should no longer be used because they always classify it as edge/DL. Now, linebacker only includes inside linebackers now, which is ridiculous. And on and on and on with that stuff. Mike, I love you, man. I don't know what's going to be done about it. I don't.
I mean, going back to that, with the one with Doug, right? It is. Yeah. It's like this has become very tricky, and I don't honestly. Since then, it's whenever I see those positions, unless it's unless it's wide receiver, right?
Yeah. And sportsbook rules matter here, right? Doug was able to get the money because MGM rules explicitly stated that they kind of boxed themselves in. They had to pay him,
right?
Yeah. So, anyway.
Mike, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, buddy. Totally sucks. Yeah, it's
Kelly's going to make a call to the NFL.com people. See if we can get it changed. Dear NFL.com.
I mean, the other part of I said it last week about something. I don't even remember what now, but it is hey, all right, if we're going to have betting on these things, we do got to be clear about this, but it's this is tough because it's not a game, right? It's
what sucks for Mike and for those who had that bet is with all these players, right? You have 250, 300 players getting drafted. What is it? Total drafted was 30 times 7. So yeah, that's over 250 people with supplemental picks and stuff. This is going to happen with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Just the odds are it's going to happen with somebody. It's going to affect bets. Sorry that you landed on the mine. Greg Peterson joins us now, courtesy of the Progressive Guest Line. You can follow him on Twitter at gunit_81. And all of Greg's stuff on the website at vsin.com. By the way, first link on the left, up top, front page. Right. Greg Peterson. Have you ever seen that, Greg? Your name. First thing, not home, not any other category. It's just Greg Peterson. Click on that. Are you drunk with power from that?
No, because we are making sure that we get the job done. When you get with great power comes great responsibility, my friend. So you have to do your best every single day when you get that sort of an honor.
What a wonderful answer that was. All right, Greg. Major League Baseball. It is not a full slate of Major League Baseball, which I'll sort of explain when I get to my March-April standings dissertation later. But you've got plays nonetheless. Let's begin with the Cardinals and the Pirates.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the over in this game of 8.5 runs. Got a guy in Dustin May that over the last few seasons, it feels like the injuries have just really taken a toll on him. Over a 5 ERA right now against a Pirates team that's been very resurgent at the plate. Last year, dead last in terms of runs per game. This year, they're in the top 10, and they've been at their best at home. They're averaging about 5.6 runs per game at home. You finally have had Oniel Cruz, who had like a 200 last year, moving line, give you good power. I really thought Ryan O'Hearn was one of the most underrated pickups of the offseason as well. He has produced really well for this team. And when it comes to the Pirates, it's going to be Mason Montgomery, who's going to be the opener for Wilber Dotel. If you look at what he did at the minor league level, he's got a few command issues. He's only pitched 2 2/3 innings at the big league level as well. So you have to wonder what sort of length you're going to get there. Pirates have actually been a top 10 team in terms of bullpen ERA. Not sure if I totally buy that just yet, though. So I do feel like this total is too low, especially if you can get an 8. Like, I mostly was seeing 8.5 overnight. I've seen this go down to some 8s as well. 8, all the better. Do like the over in the spot between Pirates and Cardinals. And personally, I took a shot on the money line with the Cardinals, seeing that right around about plus 118, plus 120.
All right. Pirates' 8th best record in all of baseball here as we do this on April 27th. The 5th best run differential, if I'm looking correctly here. 5th best at plus 24. Fine season. So just to clarify, you are going with a total in that game. You are also doing the side or no on the Cardinals?
Yep, I like the over.
Okay.
And personally, I bet the money line of the Cardinals. That really wasn't up when I was doing my write-up. So
okay. Red Sox and Jays start a series in Toronto today. Blue Jays favored minus 138. What do you have here?
I do like the money line here of the Blue Jays. I just have more faith in Dylan Cease than I do in Ranger Suarez. For Suarez, career low about 6.2 to 6.3 strikeouts per 9 innings. And I either love or hate the move of Alex Cora. It did fire up the Red Sox a little bit over the weekend against the Orioles. We'll see how long that little bit of a boost is going to last. Maybe it'll get these guys' attention a little bit more, but still, Dylan Cease is getting 15.4 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's just an absolutely insane number right there for a starter. Now, he's also getting 4.5 walks per 9 innings, and that is part of the reason why I also like the over here. We're seeing that 7 overnight. This is one up to 7.5 with plus money juice in a lot of spots here in the AM, like it whether you've got 7 or 7.5. But with the Blue Jays, I do think that offense is going to get online a little bit more as well. I know that losing Bo Bichette in the offseason hurt them. They've been without their catcher in Alejandro Kirk as well, but Red Sox bullpen hasn't been quite the same that we saw a season ago as well. I just think that Cease gives you the better start. So, like the over of 7 to 7.5 and the Blue Jays on the money line.
All right. You think this exchange happened, or Alex scores? Alex, we're firing you. We just scored 17 runs, though. Sorry, we're still firing you. You think that exchange happened where he was like, hey, we just scored 17 runs? Red Sox and Blue Jays with early season holes that they are slowly trying to play their way out of. Blue Jays back up to 12 and 15. Red Sox 11 and 17 down there in the AL East. Mariners and Twins begin a series today at Target Field with the road Mariners. Speaking about teams that are trying to get out of early season holes, Mariners doing a good job of that. They're at 14 and 15 now. They're minus 127 road favorites here against the Twinkies.
Yep, and for Seattle, they were second in the league in terms of road scoring last year with 5.1 runs per game. They entered the weekend against the Cardinals averaging just 2.5 runs per game away from home. Obviously, that 11-run outburst was able to help them out on Saturday, but I do think that the rebound continues against Connor Prelip, who he's a rookie making his second career start for the Minnesota Twins. Guy that has some command issues, and behind him, you've got a Twins bullpen that's currently in the bottom 8 in terms of ERA. Now, I recognize that Luis Castillo is not the world's greatest pitcher away from home. Last year was posting up an ERA about 2 points higher away from home rather than at home, but I also do think that you're going to continue to see some regression with regards to this Twins lineup. Some of these guys like Lucas Schill, who was really good for them last season, just has not been able to step up. It feels like they're a little bit of an all-or-nothing offense. Do you think that Castillo does enough to be able to get the job done here, work on those command issues? So I took a shot on the Mariners right around minus 125, minus 130 on the money line.
Angels and White Sox, kind of coin flippy. Angels a slight favorite today in Chicago.
And personally, I did make the White Sox a slim favorite. So right now you're seeing plus money. Do like the money line, but also like that total to the under. This was 9.5 overnight. Still seeing 9s out there. As long as you can get a 9 or higher, that's sort of my point of no return. Do like that to the under, mainly because for the Angels, you have to consider that they played on Sunday Night Baseball yesterday. Now, it turned out to be Sunday afternoon baseball because they moved the game up, but then they had a rain delay, so it became Sunday Night Baseball once again. So yeah, they had to deal with all those sort of like travel restriction, those travel sort of issues. And I do think that for the Angels, they are a team that's still a little bit all or nothing at the plate. They're better at getting on base than they were a season ago, but something to keep in mind. And that Angels bullpen is terrible. On full display yesterday with the White Sox, I know that they're a team that they really don't move the line, get on base, but you've been able to have some great power with this team. Anthony Kay has been shaky since coming over from Japan, but for the Angels, just hard to trust in Jack Kachanowicz after last season. So do like that 9 under and the White Sox money line.
And real quick, good game in the Bronx. Actually, it's in the Bronx. No, it's in Texas, I believe. Rangers. It is Al Leiter going up against Max Fried, who's off to another great start this season. Rangers are plus 160 home dogs.
Yep, you're getting a big mono number here with Jack Leiter, who's been able to give you 10.3 strikeouts per 9 innings. Max Fried, 3+ runs allowed in now 3 out of his last 4 starts. Not getting a lot of swings and misses. Think that gets the Rangers online, so took them on the money line.
Took the Rangers on the money line. All right, Greg, thank you so much. Great seeing you.
Always fun. Thank you.
Greg Peterson, everybody. NFL Rookie of the Year odds. Next.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Your favorite VSiN shows and personalities are now available to download as podcasts. Catch every hour of our live broadcast with VSiN Best Bets, or find your go-to show and download it directly. Get instant reactions to last night's games, sharp analysis on today's biggest matchups, and everything in between. Whether you're commuting, working out, or just catching up, VSiN lets you take the action with you wherever and whenever you want. Search VSiN on your favorite podcast platform and get in on the action with VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Game on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Back on the Numbers Game, live from Circa Resort Casino, downtown Las Vegas. Gil Alexander, Kelly Bidlin. My little buddy, Kelly Bidlin. Little body, big hair. That's your new brand.
Wow, okay.
Little body, big hair. Yeah, I mean, just keep growing it.
Just keep growing it.
See what happens. See what happens.
That's kind of what I've been doing the last couple of months.
Has anybody ever had this happen to them? I had a Q-tip accident this morning.
No, it scared me when you told me about this.
I think. So you know how you're not supposed to jam the Q-tip into your ear? That's the biggest advice they give with a Q-tip? Well, I don't really pay heed much to that.
Yeah, but isn't it before that? Like, aren't you just not supposed to really use Q-tips, period?
Right. So if you're using them, why wouldn't you try to clean your ear?
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Anyway, so I'm not paying attention. I'm doing all of a sudden, like on the right ear, I feel like a scraping, not really the normal Q-tip feel. So I'm like, what's this? What's this? Very Steve Feather, right? I look at it like, oh, there's no swab on the thing. So now I don't know if the swab part, that's what we're calling it, fell into my ear, or that if there was never one in the first place. But now I'm thinking in my head the whole time, do I feel like I have something in my right ear? Right? It just messes with you.
This is another thing we were having a conversation about last week. Like, so Q-tip, brand and just the actual thing.
Oh, correct. It's like Xerox.
Right, it's like Xerox.
It's like Kleenex. The brand is so popular that you use it as the name for the actual thing, which is not incorrect.
Now,
technically,
you know where my brain goes with this very quickly is is this not everybody can be sued for anything these days? You're not telling me that swab part falling off a Q-tip and you jamming that into your ear? That ain't worth a lawsuit for the Q-tip company?
Not a very litigious person, so.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, I didn't use an actual Q-tip. It was a knockoff brand, so yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. There's your problem.
So you're a knockoff brand.
That is like a
lot of letters. We're writing a lot of emails this morning.
I mean, I know, I know what's really the worst that could happen, but that is like scary, man. Like people like if I'm going to a Q-tip, I never use them, but like you just said perfectly,
you never use them, really?
I rarely use them.
How you clean your ears?
I mean, like with tissues and stuff. I don't jam in there. But like you're talking about, if I'm using a Q-tip, it's because I got to get in there for something. And if you don't have the swab part on there, it becomes a little dangerous.
Hey, real quick, the one NBA playoff series we didn't talk about was the Hawks and the Knicks, which is knotted up at 2 apiece. Knicks really went to town on the Hawks in Game 4. You feel about that series as you do about the Cavs-Raptors series, which I assume you do, that both the Cavs and, as you said, the Cavs will prevail, you believe the Knicks will prevail.
Yeah, I guess where I'd flip from before these series started is I'm still a little more concerned about Atlanta, I guess, than I would have expected I would have been. Obviously, I made Knicks series bets. So fighting chance, I think Game 4, though, was finally what you were hoping to see more out of this Knicks team if you were a Knicks backer, the kind of what you thought should happen all along, dominated the glass. Okay, some of the shooting regression kicks in for Atlanta from 3. Now, look, the Knicks definitely have a Mikal Bridges problem, and what are you doing with this rotation?
5 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, and if they get past Atlanta, that's going to be something they have to figure out. But I thought it was good to see them lean heavier on Alvarado. The Deuce McBride minutes are still a little crazy to me with how many he's getting. But, you're putting so much on Jordan Clarkson, and I mean, I love Jordan Clarkson 6 years ago, but this is not Jordan Clarkson from 6 years ago. I think going away from Landry Shamet was good. They were falling in love with him a little too much. He only got 4 minutes in Game 4. Mitchell Robinson, 8 rebounds in 15 minutes. They have to have that. They're not going to be able to play him for long periods of time, but when he's in there, when Cat's in there, they have to dominate the glass. They did that in Game 4. If they keep winning this rebound battle, it should be hard for Atlanta to be able to come out on top.
Should be.
On the series from them. So, yeah, I think that's I will probably be on Knicks back home Game 5.
Hockey tonight, doubleheader. Flyers try to close out the Penguins for a second time. They were unable to do so in Game 4. Unable to do so in Game 4 in Philly. Game 5 tonight at Pittsburgh. Now, remember, this has happened in hockey a few times, where a team down 3-0 in a best-of-7 has come back. Penguins have Games 5 and 7 at Pittsburgh. So, Flyers trying to stave off that little bit of history. And then the Golden Knights, our Golden Knights, if you will, if you live here in Vegas, Golden Knights trying to prevent going down 3-1 against the Mammoth. Golden Knights really could be down 3-0 in this series against the Mammoth. your mammoth, Kelly, I believe. Is that what we refer to them?
My Yeti. Not my
Yeti.
Yeah, not my mammoth.
That's right.
That's my Yeti. They screwed up.
That's right. They did.
So now I'm a very big Golden Knights fan.
Golden Knights could go down 3-1 if they lose this one tonight. They're trying to knot up the series at 2 apiece. They are a slight favorite at Utah tonight at the Delta Center.
Let's go, VGK. Come on.
My Yeti.
Yeah.
Not my
Not
mammoth.
my mammoth. This is not my mammoth.
I don't know why that reminds me of the old Craig Kilborn thing when he used to be on SportsCenter and Arvydas Sabonis.
Not my Mendoza.
No, he's not your Vetus. He's not my Vetus. He's our Vetus. That Kilborn way. All right,
great.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. We touched on this the other day, Friday, after the first round. Let us touch on it again. Jeremiah Love is installed. Can't bet it unless it's installed, Cal. You got to make an installment. Installed as the short shot, plus 250. Jeremiah Love, the third pick in the draft, drafted by the Arizona Cardinals. By the way, shout out to everybody again. Congratulations, everybody had a winning draft. Hope you did. Fernando Mendoza is plus 350 right behind Jeremiah Love. Now, Fernando Mendoza, first pick in the draft, happens to be a quarterback. Typically, the quarterback will get the short shot here. I'm a little confused as to why he's not. A quibble. Then Carnell Tate, the surprise fourth pick in the draft with the Titans, is 5-1. Are you surprised by that? I am.
Yes.
Who's making that number? Jordan Tyson, the wideout drafted by the Saints at 8, 6-1. Jadarian Price, the last pick in the first round, number 32 by the Seahawks, is plus 750. And then Mekhi Lemon, easily the wackiest of all interviewees in the first round, Eagles wideout drafted number 20, he's plus 950. Everybody else is double digits. Beginning with Carson Beck. Sorry, your Carson Beck thing didn't happen. He ends up with Arizona.
Where did we end up going? Third round?
Third round. I'm correct, right? Third round? I believe.
I think so.
Yeah. First pick, third round.
Oh, that ain't that nice. I didn't remember that. I saw his name come across, Danny. I didn't realize it was first pick of the third round. That's cool.
Yeah.
Had him first pick of the second round.
The only thing I'll say what I said on Friday.
Round.
You okay over
there? Yeah. Just the Carson Beck ticket was almost a lot of fun.
It was almost a lot of fun. This is by the way, these numbers are kind of odd to me, right? Why Fernando Mendoza isn't first?
Well, at least he got shorter from when we looked at this on Friday. Shorter.
Why Carnell Tate, of all people, is third. Yeah. And the interesting part is Jadarian Price, who we did talk about on this show, as he could be the 32nd pick in the draft. We said it a couple times with some of these mocks, and he ends up being just that. Second wideout, happens to be Jeremiah Love's college teammate. He's at plus 750. So it's a curious top of the board to me, just in terms of the positioning of those names.
Yeah. I said it Friday, Price and Lemon for me. If I had to make bets right now, it would be those two. You expect A.J. Brown's getting out of town. There's just not that much. I mean, it's Devontae Smith ahead of him on the depth chart in Philadelphia. Not much else. I think you could make the same argument for Jordan Tyson if you like the Saints' offensive situation a little bit better. Give me Hurts over Shuck still. But I'm not going to swing that far against Jalen Hurts. But Jadarian Price. I mean,
I was just going to say I was going to go back to Price.
I mean,
for anybody.
running back
with the Seahawks.
Yes,
right.
Good team. He's going to get a lot of the workload there.
Who even post Pete Carroll just love running backs as a workhorse. I don't know. There's no bet for me. Is ultimately the answer. But
I mean, look, like you could be like, hey Kelly, tell me everything you know about Jadarian Price, and I'd be like, I don't know, he was that second guy at Notre Dame, and that's literally everything.
Well,
but
he has the fewest amount of stats available of anybody drafted in the first round at running back. Right?
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the usage, anything to go on.
And you remove Kenneth Walker, what you saw from that backfield with the running backs last year. I mean, I think he's going to get every opportunity to lead that backfield. I hear you. We don't usually make bets on this stuff this early. At least I don't. I don't feel like you do either. I'm not going to let that number get too far away. I'm not running to bet it here, but I'll be monitoring Rookie of the Year odds here.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Any idea? To me, my eyes go immediately to that 3-4-5, which is Reese, Styles, Downs. Plus 650, plus 750, plus 750. David Bailey plus 450 with the Jets is the short shot Ruben Maine Jr. of the Bucks, who dropped all the way to 15. Short arms.
Yeah,
Velociraptor.
Just don't know how exactly you're going to see like Styles and Downs utilized right away. Like I guess you could say the same about Arvel Reese.
Styles, baby.
Like I'm always going to go to a pass rusher here. Give me someone who's going to give me the chance of the most sacks. So we usually end up seeing at the top here at the end.
I'll take a flyer on Styles at plus 750, just like I took a flyer on Jaden at 7-1, and that one came home.
I mean, he's damn.
Let it happen again.
Yeah, I mean, he's damn good.
Look at that taco holder logo. Sight to behold. Look at that thing.
Fish tacos. Every time.
Every time.
Makes me hungry.
All right. Got to update these March-April stats for Major League